Keyword at the moment is circulation. It's a room around which people should be able to move comfortably. You should be able to get from the sofa to the window really easily. You don't need to overstuff rooms, and we live in a world that are obsessed with getting as much into the space as possible. So what we're hoping to find today is that the rooms aren't going to be overstuffed.
I think the good thing is to actually try and treat your space like an art gallery.
Yeah.
When you go to an art gallery, everything is kind of individually displayed so you can appreciate the beauty of it. You know, it's like you've got Naomi Campbell there. She walks into a white room. She's a beautiful girl. You can stand there and gaze at it and take in the true beauty. I'm sure you would, Quentin. But shove her in a room with 16,000 other supermodels and she's going to get lost. Space is important.
Overstuffing is the least of our problems because now our budding Llewellyn Bowens have decided to personalise their paintwork. Nicola's rag rolling is a refreshing change from her malevolent murals at home. Mark nominated Julia because her ideas are ill-considered. I hope there's a very good reason for that bland beige border.
I'm not 100% sure of the colour, but it'll have to do.
After a slow and emotional start, Julian's progressed from his original choice of green to another hue of, well, green.
Julian, I'm worried that you're not taking this seriously.
Yeah, but it's not going
I'm trying my best, sir.
I know you're trying your best, Joe, but listen to me. Green is light and spacious. Green is enclosing.
Margaret and her nominator Valentine seem to be recreating a crime scene. Julian's adding paint effects in green.
It's not that bad. What?
It's a Greek god.
It was meant to be a Greek god, but we haven't much time to work on it.
And now onto furnishings and fabrics.
Seems like a daft question. How are they doing? Not well.
How are they doing? I mean, should we start at the top and work
Let's
our way
start
down?
at Julian, where it looks like a paint pot has just exploded. All he's managed to do is just use green wherever he can.
It's haphazard. It doesn't have cohesion, and yet he's managed to focus on one word, and that is oasis, and that's probably his reason for all these greens. But I mean, to relax in that room, you would need a triple vodka with oasis.
To have done what he's done in there is tantamount to decorating and design disaster.
Okay, then on to Julia, who I'm really disappointed with because it's just bland, it's boring, and she's looked at it and thought, this is too bland, I'm going to put a zebra skin rug on the floor and everything will be all right.
Exactly. See, that is Julia to a T. She's all about not being confident enough in one area to follow that baton and finish it off. So she's painted the darker colour at the top. The marriage of those two shades isn't the strongest partnership.
There's no forward planning.
Which brings us on to Margaret.
The thing about that room is that mural. Whatever else she had done to the room, it was always going to be completely obliterated and completely overpowered by the comedy mural at the side.
Which you get for 1 second.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny for that, and then
Of
it's
course.
just a tragedy for the rest
it's
of your
a
life.
one-trick pony which ruins the room, it overwhelms the room.
Which brings us on to Nicola.
Oh, hurrah!
Who, I'm sorry, there's a transformation there. This
Yeah.
woman likes dungeon black,
Yeah.
and she has produced a room which actually I want to go in, sit down,
Exactly.
and relax. It's great.
She's been completely 100% altruistic in her design. She's given the client exactly what they want. It's cozy, it's comfortable, it feels elegant, the colour scheming works together. She's got gold, she's got reds, rich crimsons, damsons, all those colours are really secure, homely, satisfying colours. She's hitting the nail on the head.
So, just enough time to garnish their rooms with some finishing touches before our partially sighted designers hear the final verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your client. This is Vivienne.
First up, Julia's effort.
So, client, is this a relaxing haven for you?
Yes, I think it is.
Okay.
It may be very tiny, but I like a lot of space. And I get a feeling of space in here. And relaxation. Yes, I like it. Very much indeed.
Time for Margaret's room.
Have they listened to what you told them?
Not quite sure that they have. Not quite sure that they have.
I'm not sure either, no.
No.
So this is not the relaxing oasis
No.
of
It's too
calm
hot.
that you wanted?
It's too hot.
Okay,
Too
good.
hot. That's more for a children's room. It's not for an elegant sitting room.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Next, Julian's oh dear.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't know what that is there, really, what it's supposed to represent, but it does nothing for me at all. And I'm sorry, but this is a sort of green that turns me off. It really does.
Well, don't you like the way I've captured the essence and the three-dimensional way it stands out?
No, I'm sorry. I don't see that at all.
Don't you?
No.
I'm with Vivian.
No.
I'm sorry. It's just all gone horribly wrong, hasn't it? It's the green hurricane.
It's different.
Vivian, do you think it's remotely restful, calming, peaceful, or an oasis?
No, I think I would have nightmares in this room.
I'd
I'm
lose the
sorry.
will to live if you want me to be perfectly
Oh,
frank.
well, yes, well, no, I couldn't live with this at all.
However, Julian's nominator, Laura, would I think like to apologise to you personally, would you not?
I am extremely sorry for the state of this room because this is just terrible. I absolutely agree with you and I'm so sorry for him doing it.
And finally, Nicola's.
Oh, I think a lot of thought's gone into it, particularly with that wall there. I mean, that really does take my eye. I love what you've done with that. Yes, you have thought hard, and the red is a good colour to go with that, certainly. I think you know, I would award you 8 out of 10 for effort. Definitely, because you have tried. You've really tried.
With just one challenge to go, time and hope is running out for our owners' homes. Best unleash Justin and Colin.
You got it so
It's
wrong.
open, relaxing, warm.
It wasn't relaxing. You over-egged it. It's like your house. One computer is a beautiful piece. Let's add 400 computers. One shade of green. If you sat down there and thought, yeah, green is a relaxing colour, I'm going to paint it in a single shade, then great. It might have worked, you would have loved it, but you decided to
a
go
darker corner.
overboard, splash, splash, splash. It was like a dirty protest by the Hulk.
Didn't you think the greens went, the light green and the dark green? Didn't you think they complemented each other?
No, because what we're looking for as designers is contrast. Do you know, you want something that's got a bit of visual impact, and it didn't have that. But it's not all lost because you've still got the next stage. So, have you learned anything from today?
People don't like the way I did it, so I've got to listen more. Listen.
I think you've got to look at why you're here. You're here because someone said that your home is the worst home in Britain. And
But I want to change that. I want to change that.
You want to change that, so you just so history can't repeat itself. You can't be given something as great as a blank canvas and free range and just recreate exactly what you do at home. You have a unique opportunity to change your thinking.
Today you got lucky. Vivian loved what you did, but I think simply you happened haphazardly to stumble across something she liked because you put the room together quite quickly and you didn't always match your colours and then you worried about it afterwards. Do you think that's a fair appraisal? You got lucky?
I think I did get lucky. I was a bit worried about a few things because I'm an impatient person. I like to just get it done as soon as possible. If it looks good, then great. If it's not, then tough. Yeah.
So that if you approach something tomorrow, maybe you'll think, well, I'm not going to rush into this. I'm going to sit down for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah.
And I've got 4 words for you. Restraint before you paint. Now, Nicola, you are a real mystery to me because you are the mistress of all things decoratively dark and gloomy. Yet you created today an absolutely perfect room that was very, very different to what you are.
I think if I'd have created a room that was in entirely my taste, it would have frightened her off.
Yeah.
So I had to think, well, what colours can I use and what is available?
You have a method, you have a thinking behind it, you've demonstrated that you can cope with a brief and create something for someone else. And I actually think that you have actually got it right. So Margaret, how was today for you?
I thought it was fabulous. I enjoyed it very much. I don't do painting and I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
We can see you don't do painting. Blimey! That comedy wall of drawings by some nutter.
Come on, be honest, were you pleased with the results?
Well, I wasn't pleased with the...
Come on, princess.
Not really,
Come on, princess.
Because I don't think we gave ourselves enough time to do it, or we weren't given enough time to do it. I would have liked to have spent longer on it, and, you know, jazzed it up a bit.
Don't blimey, I could think of other things to do with it.
Can you promise us 2 things?
I'll try.
1, that you will take on board that less can be more.
Yes.
And 2, that you won't do any more cave paintings.
No.
Oh, baby, and you'll always be our favourite regal princess. Yay!
On to the home straight, if you'll pardon the pun. The start of day 3 and the final challenge. Our inmates have no idea where they're going or what they'll be doing, but I am going to give them a tiny clue.
All right, we're going to central London. And I warn you, people may point and laugh.
This last challenge will prove if 3 days intensive training has made a blind bit of difference. It's their biggest test yet. London's West End and Britain's most glamorous shopping centre. This is home to some of the most original, creative and well-designed window displays in the world. We've got 4 empty windows on world-famous Carnaby Street and 4 design dimwits to dress them. This enterprise will test everything they've learnt about space, colour, harmony and design. If they can prove to us that they now have a talent for taste, then surely there's hope for their homes.
So here we go. Margaret, pick a card. Okay. Julia. Nicola. Julian. Right, okay. Right, what do you got? The seasons. These cards determine the themes you're going to have to carry out in your windows, which you're going to design. You have 1 hour to do it. You are on public view. And one final but very important point is you have to be part of the design.
You're evil. You're evil, you really are.
Fortunately for Margaret, we won't be testing DIY skills. No, the roller doesn't go over the handle. What's the point? But we do need proof that they've taken on board something, anything, of Justin and Colin's advice. Winter?
Christmas.
What if I said to you, Margaret, that less is more?
I know, but Santa Claus is for children.
No,
children like bright colours.
Margaret, answer the question. Yes, less is more.
Yes, I know.
And this is not less.
No, it's not less. It's colourful for children.
So do you think you've learnt anything in the last couple of days? I mean, I'm looking here, Margaret, and with the nicest possible way, I'm saying I'm not sure you've retained much.
No, in the nicest possible way. They said do something about winter. I'll do something about Father Christmas.
Okay, here we are in the summer room. Julia looks to me like she's painting a children's bedroom. Is this a nursery?
No, it's supposed to be sea and sun, happy, lazy days.
Oh, a holiday on the beach. Okay, fine.
This is me.
More restraint, less paint. Julia.
I really am trying, but it's so difficult to get not to go mad because this is me.
Julian, I have to say that this does look like someone has been murdered after a brief struggle. Well, at least we're not just doing it in the one colour, which is a plus.
But can't you feel the warmth?
No, Julian. All I can feel is the hate. Okay, first thing I have to say, Nicola, apart from what is going on, is there a small crowd is gathering outside, wondering what's happening here.
Well, I've been given spring, which is probably the worst possible thing I could get. It's every colour I hate. It's pastels. It's bright. I
So
really
that's
don't
why
want
then,
it.
Nicola, you're painting some form of gravestone here.
You got it in one. Well, I had to do spring in a graveyard. If I can't bring anything else of me into it because it's colours I hate.
Spring in a graveyard?
Why not?
No, the question is why? After the break, our window dressers get the benefit of Justin and Colin's tough love.
You look at that and there's only one thing you can deduce.
She's a crazy lady.
That Margaret is on serious medication.
Yes.
And one of these sultans of style will be returning unreformed to Britain's worst home.